Hi, my name is Angie. I am the Adult Circulation Coordinator here at the Piqua Public Library. Lately, we have been suggesting some of our staff picks with you, and today I would like to share with you one of my holiday staff picks. One of my all-time favorite holiday books is titled The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans. The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans. It is a delightful Christmas read. It's that time of year where you curl up into a big cozy chair with a nice warm blanket and a cup of hot chocolate and a good book, and this is one of those books. If you haven't read it already, or even if you've read it before, I think it's worth reading again and again, and I have. I love the holiday season, and I've read this numerous times. Delightful little book. I'll read to you a little bit about what it's about. Whatever the reason, I find that with each passing Christmas, the story of the Christmas box is told less and needed more. So I record it now for all future generations as to accept or dismiss as seems them good. As for me, I believe, and it is, after all, my story. So begins The Christmas Box, the touching story of a widow and a young family who moves in with her. Together they discover the first gift of Christmas and learn what Christmas is really all about. The Christmas Box is a Christmas story unlike any other. And I have to agree, it's a delightful little story. And I don't know how many of you know this or not, but there is a sculpture in town that is from this particular Christmas book, this little Christmas book. And the sculpture is at Forest Hill Cemetery. It looks like that. And you'll see white flowers at the base. Lots of people bring white flowers and put there at the base of that particular sculpture. And our sculpture was put up around 2014, I believe. September of 2014 was the dedication ceremony. The first one was put up in 1994. There are over 120 Christmas Box Angel of Hope statues across the country, including statues in Canada and Japan. So I just think it's fabulous that we have one in our own community. The first one, I'm going to read to you a little bit about it. It says here, the Christmas Box Angel statue was introduced to the world in the book The Christmas Box, a worldwide bestseller and hit television movie by author Richard Paul Evans. In the book, a woman mourns the loss of her child at the base of an angel monument. Though the story is mostly fiction, the angel monument once existed but is speculated to have been destroyed. The new angel statue was commissioned by Richard Paul Evans in response to reports that grieving parents were seeking out the angel as a place to grieve and to heal. The monument was dedicated on December 6, 1994, corresponding with the date of the child's death in the Christmas box. Coincidentally, December 6 is celebrated in many parts of the world as Children's Day. The sculpture is the creation of a father and son from Salt Lake City, Utah, Ortho and Jared Fairbanks, and modeled according to the description in Evans's book. The face of the angel is that of Evans's second daughter, Allison. The Christmas Box book is dedicated to Sue, the author's little sister. She was stillborn when Richard Paul Evans was only 2 years old, and his mother felt tremendous grief over the loss of a child. As was custom with stillborn babies at that time, Sue was never buried, and there was never a gravesite. The author believes this story came from Sue to him to help their mother heal her grief. The inspiration from the woman in the story came from a real-life woman who would go to the Salt Lake City Cemetery and grieve over the loss of her child. Her name and identity is unknown. The Christmas Box Angel Monument was constructed by the renowned sculptor Ortho Fairbanks and his son Jared Fairbanks, as I stated before. Ortho and his wife had lost a child and found great significance in the statue. They donated much of their time to complete the monument. There is much symbolism in the statue, including the word hope found in the angel's right wing. The reason the arms of the angel are outstretched are to welcome all that come to it and to be lifted into the arms of a loving parent. Now, I also want to make mention that at the cemetery here in Piqua, the Forest Hill Cemetery, they offer a candlelight service in remembrance of our lost children. There at the Labyrinth Garden, right there by the statue. That is on December 6th at 6 p.m. And I did speak with someone today from Forest Hill Cemetery, and because that is an outside event, they are still planning on having that. So December 6th, 6 p.m., a candlelight service at the Labyrinth Garden there in front of the statue monument. You can go to that. You can leave you a white flower. Be a beautiful service. Maybe even a great time of healing for you as well if you're grieving the loss of a child during this very difficult time, celebrating the holiday seasons without that particular loved one. Also, The Christmas Box Miracle is the second book that I would like to recommend to you. It correlates with the Christmas Box book, and I'll read to you about it. It says, in 1994, Richard Paul Evans, then an unknown writer, self-published a short book entitled The Christmas Box. That book went on to become an international bestseller, selling more than 7 million copies and touching the lives of many more people along the way. The Christmas Box Miracle is the story behind the book that has become a Christmas classic. How a man writes and publishes a book which helps grieving people to heal and lost souls to find their way home. It is Evans' story, his own spiritual journey, and stories of people he encountered along the way. Miraculous stories of healing and divinity that often defy explanation. In sharing the story behind the Christmas Box, Richard Paul Evans has given us a story of miracles, hope, and healing for all seasons. And I really think you would enjoy this book as well. If you've already read both of these and you're not one that's inclined to reread a book, that like I am, come in and get one of his other books. He writes several holiday books. This must be a time of year that he really enjoys as well, like me. He must be a Christmas fanatic. So come in and get one of those. Also, I want to make mention, thirdly, that he also has a great array of Christmas children's books. He has a lot of nice children's books. This one is titled The Christmas Candle, The Christmas Candle. And the illustrations in this book are just lovely. Read to you a little bit about what this one is about. On a snowy Christmas Eve, a young man named Thomas, on his way home for a family celebration, realizes that the candle in his lantern is about to expire. He stops in a chandler's shop filled with fantastic wax creations, but instead of admiring them, Thomas scorns the chandler for wasting his time on sculptures that will only melt. The mysterious old chandler sells him a special Christmas candle. Back on the bitterly cold street, the young man is accosted by an old beggar woman. When he lifts his lantern to get a better look, the candlelight reveals that she is his mother. He gives her his cloak, and only then does he see the truth. She is not his mother after all, but a stranger. The candle tricks him again before he reaches home, cold and penniless, but richer for his newfound realization that we are all part of one family. This intriguing original fable about charity is accompanied by lavish, mood-filled oil paintings by artist Jacob Collins. Together, author and artist have created an exquisite holiday gift book that will be treasured by the entire family. And I would definitely agree with that. And just to give you a little sneak peek, this is one of the illustrations. You can see the color, the drawing is just beautiful. Just so much detail there in that oil painting. So come in, get a copy for yourself, go downstairs, get a Christmas book for your child or your grandchild, and read one of this author's books. I met this author. He is a very kind man. He stayed and signed everybody's books. Wonderful, wonderful books. So come in, see us. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you all. Let me be the first to say, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.